most people want the 1% and neglect the 99%. And if you look at your 99% of your fundamentals, your foundation, the basic things or world-class basics done savagely well, day in, day out, that will yield a far bigger result than the 1%ers. So many people chase the 1%ers. Now,
looking for the magic sauce, aren't they?
And there isn't one.
No.
And often at times, it can get a little bit boring, can get a little bit monotonous, it get a bit routine.
It's like you said, it's habitual. And my mum won't mind me saying this because she's lost loads of weight now in a really healthy way.
Yeah.
But my mum is somebody that historically would go on these fad diets. She'd lose loads of weight, and then she'd stop the diet, and then she'd put the weight back on. And then I said, Mum, it's not about like doing something for 4 weeks, losing all this weight, and then fucking it off for the rest of the time.
Yeah.
It's about doing something that you can stick to for 52 weeks of the year.
Yeah.
And she's basically just been exercising, eating better, but eating foods that she enjoys and just restricting calories a little bit less than she normally would.
Yeah.
And it's more sustainable. Like you said, she's doing 80% of the time for 100%. Sorry, what's the saying?
Yeah, so 80% of the time, doing things 80%, 100% of the time.
That was it. So she's doing that, and it's like for me, like and this probably would sound boring to a lot of people, but I eat the same foods every day for the last 10 years. Greek yogurt, blueberries in the morning, bit of honey, chicken and rice with veg, prawn wrap before I go to bed, maybe some oats. But that for me is I make it taste good because I put seasoning on it, a bit of like low fat sauce or whatever else. But for me, it's convenient more than anything. And it's just easy, and I feel much better for it. And then at the weekend, you know, burger or pizza or whatever else. Yeah. And for me, it's normal.
Yeah, and the thing is, well,
I know for a lot of people it's not, but
in this day and age, with anything, there's no lack of information.
No,
we've got Amazon, Google, all these things that are available now.
Yeah.
What most people lack is implementation, and often if you Google something now, it'll bring up 1 million returns or 1 million, like, holy shit, like, where do I even start? Like, what is the best training program? Oh, it's this one. People are going, oh my God, like, how many?
It's too much information.
Too much information. So we don't lack information, but majority of people, even when people go, I just don't know where to start somewhere. And that somewhere might be a 10-minute walk. It might be a 15-minute on the bike. It might be, but I guess the message with it all, it should be enjoyable. People still go down like the fitness route as, again, looking at a destination. Oh, if I can just get a stone off, like, I'll be happy then. But why not make it enjoyable? Why not make that journey enjoyable with it? Do things you enjoy. If you don't like going to a gym, don't go to a gym. You know, if you like going out for hikes and walks or going out for a run, or you want to stay at home. I have one client who, she came into the program at 103 kilos. She now weighs 90 kilos. She hasn't been in a gym once. She trains from home. She's only had a pair of dumbbells for the last 3 weeks. She did bodyweight workouts. She likes online step classes. She does an online like YouTube step class that she likes to just join in at. And essentially most people need some sort of education on energy balance, calories in versus calories out, because naturally we know that whatever your rough calorie maintenance is, if we eat more than that, no matter how clean or, you know, however you want to dress it up, the food is. Yeah,
you used a good analogy earlier about the McDonald's.
Yeah, so if I need 2,500 calories to maintain my current weight and I eat 3,000 in chicken and salad, I'm still going to gain weight no matter how healthy it is, versus if I eat a Big Mac that's 2,000 calories, I'm going to lose weight. Take health out of it. Let's not talk about the health side of it, because just eating Big Macs every day, you're not going to feel great, I can guarantee. But by the same token, if we're just talking from an energy balance standpoint, calories in versus calories out, if you eat more than you need, you will gain weight. If you eat less than you need, you will lose weight. Most people need an education on energy balance, first and foremost, then macronutrients and their importance and their role, so proteins, carbs and fats and what they do within your lifestyle, how they support your fueling, how they support your recovery, your energy throughout the day. And most people need to move more. The minimum guidelines for a week is 150 minutes a week, which is 5 lots of 30 minutes. I don't care, I have a lot of people go, I struggle for time. Everyone in the world can put 30 minutes a day aside. Do not care how busy you are. I've got 2 kids, but I don't care if you've got 10 kids. You can find 30 minutes. That might be, I use my mum as an example, and she won't mind me saying this either, but I remember years ago when I trained her for a time, and years ago she said, I ain't got time. I ain't got time to train. Right, but you work 8 till 5. You don't need to take work home with you. You don't need to prep work for the following day. What do you do in the other hours? I just love loads to do. Got tea to make, got ironing to do. Right, next breath, she'll tell me everything that's happening in Coronation Street, everything that's happening in Emmerdale. You have time. It's how you prioritise that time. And it sounds brutal and it sounds a little bit savage. If you want to do something enough, you will find the time for it. And again, that comes down to anything. Whether that means that someone gets up an hour earlier, goes to bed an hour later. I know we're going into digressing into a bit more sort of sleep hygiene and things there, but if you want something, you will find a way to do it. And again, as brutal as it sounds, if you don't, you won't.
Just a quick one. On January the 18th, I'm going to be holding my first live event. It's going to be alongside 3 other phenomenal speakers, and this event is all about how to raise awareness around mental health, overcoming adversity and traumas and challenges, and different ways we can improve our mindset moving into 2025. I'm really, really excited for this event. There's going to be also an anonymous Q&A at the end. This one is not to be missed. If you want tickets, then see the first line in the description.
If someone said to me, I just ain't got the time, you don't want what you want then. You don't want what you say you want enough to find that time within your day. And it does sound brutal saying it, but it's black and white.
Yeah.
If you want X, you have to do Y.
Yeah.
It won't just happen for you. So it may be that you get up an hour early. You know, I did once have years ago someone saying, you know, I just haven't got time to train in the morning because I'm straight up and straight out the door. So my response was, get up an hour earlier, you can find the time, and then you can go out the door. And again, is that ideal or realistic? Majority of the time it's realistic for most people because they can find the time. And if that's the minimum, why do we just want to be doing minimum? If we can find there's 24 hours in a day, I'm sure we can find 30 minutes from somewhere. But again, a lot of people think it has to be all about training. Oh, well, how many times do I need to train? 5, 6, 7 days a week. We have some clients that train 2, 3 times a week for an hour at a time, because even if you train 7 days a week, an hour each, that would come across that you train a lot.
Yeah.
That's 7 hours out of 168 is a small number. So if that's a push, are you better training 3 or 4 times a week, which is now 3 to 4 hours, and prioritizing what happens in the other hours? You know, in terms of your nutrition, your rest, your recovery. If we can optimize them, then naturally we can improve body composition, improve performance, improve your recovery. Because yes, it is a lot about training, but that's only one of the 5 pillars. So if we want to focus on the other things, like from your nutrition and what we're putting in our body, because one thing you hear all the time is you can't train a bad diet. You can if you do enough. And I say that is it a good thing?
Is it healthy?
Probably not, but you can. I know some high level athletes who have, when I say horrendous diets, they would be bad diets for the majority of us. They're a good diet for them because it's high calorie, because they've got high outputs. So as a result, they need to fuel them with high calories. So they can out-train a bad diet. Naturally, is it the healthiest option? Probably not. But most people probably need to prioritize what they do outside of the gym and outside of their training time, because that training time is a very small part of your day and your week. So I always say that if you train an hour a day for 7 days a week, in each day, there's still 23 other hours you can fuck that up.
Yeah.
It's a small number, and people hang the hat on that training time.
If you like this clip and you want to see the full episode, then click the link here. Also, if you want to see more clips like this, please subscribe and make sure you turn the notifications bell on.